And good evening from the WLX Broadcast Center. This is Election Central for Lawrence County. Bill Phillips along with Cam Mashman. We've got a highly anticipated election. They're counting the votes now, and Cam, this is going to be a close one.
It is. It's going to be really close. It's been a hard-fought race. I don't recall there being this many close races, hard-fought, in several years in Lawrence County.
Well, the races we'll be following tonight, we'll be following all of the commission races, but the races of particular interest are the county exec race, the sheriff's race, and the superintendent of roads. Those have been hotly contested. It's been a very spirited campaign, and it's going to be interesting to see what the voters have decided.
Absolutely it is. And, you've got the dynamics have changed a lot in Lawrence County in the last several years. It was a county historically who has not been afraid to elect Democrat and Republicans. Difference is this year there's only one Democrat on the ballot and they're unopposed.
Yep, and we'll be talking about that here in just a bit. Tell you what, let's take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be back with election coverage right after this.
Hello folks, we're here at Story & Lee and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the top grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broil King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free. Free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we're back. We are waiting on the votes to come in. Understand that the early votes have been counted and they are keying that into our system now. We do not have them yet up on our screens, Cam, but we were talking here just a little bit off camera or offline the early vote here in the last few elections has told a big part of the story.
It really has, and that you can get a good gauge off of where the night will go based off early voting. So that's huge, and especially this year, if you look at past elections, the amount of people who early voted this year is somewhere around the 50% mark of what is voted in the total elections, county elections in previous years. So that's a huge number, Bill. And we got word right before we went on the air that there are still people in line in Loretto at the precinct at the city hall. So if that's the case, those polls cannot close until those people are out of line. So if you're in line, stay in line. You will be allowed to vote. You just had to be in line before 7 o'clock. So that tells you, I mean, I know we've talked to the people in Loretto a lot today. Turnout in Loretto has been huge. And historically, Loretto has been a pretty moderate area. You've got a lot of elections have been won and lost in Loretto. So those numbers are going to be interesting to see when they come out of there.
Okay, well, we're anxiously awaiting to see how that's working in. The county executive race, of course, David Morgan and Mara Lerner, both going at it very heavily. David Morgan running as a Republican and Mara Lerner running as an independent, and she has made it clear that she is of a conservative bent.
Sure.
And both have run a very strong campaign and a very spirited campaign, and they had a rather spirited debate here the other night over at Providence Hall.
Look, it's a elections across the country have become very heated, passionate. Hopefully after tonight, whoever wins, we see a shake of hands after all these races, and we can all move forward and support whoever the electorate has decided to vote for, because ultimately you don't want anything to drag out and go on for weeks and weeks, as we saw in the presidential elections.
Exactly.
You don't want that.
Well, that's key. And of course, Lawrence County is a big family, and families tend to fight amongst themselves.
That's
but
exactly
as a
right.
rule, we tend to come together. The sheriff's race was a three-way race. Incumbent John Myers, and he had two competitors, two challengers, both campaigning on the basis of issues within the sheriff's department.
Right.
Of course, the sheriff saying, well, we've got a tough job that we're doing, and things happen. But how do you see that race panning out?
Well, it's a very interesting race, because the sheriff race, as you know, is always contested. I don't remember the last time that there was a sheriff race in Lawrence County that wasn't contested. So it's always an interesting race. Even in years where the county executive wasn't contested, the sheriff race is always contested. So it's always going to be interesting to see. What I'm really interested to see rest of the night is how the county votes. Do they go straight party line like the rest of the state? Tennessee is a deep red state. I don't think that's earth-shattering assessment of what the state of political affairs is in Tennessee right now. However, at the local level, do people vote independent, or do they stick with the Republican? That's going to be the key, and that's going to be a key in this Republican race. And in Sheriff Myers, you haven't heard a lot of issues out of that department. I think incumbents are always tough to beat. I think he's definitely, Mr. Mills and Mr. Osborne both got their work cut out for them, and I think they knew that going in.
Do you think the fact that there were two of them challenging, or they are going to try to split the vote?
Well, I think Rick is going to be strong in the northern end of the county. That's kind of where he was last time, and I think Gary Mills is going to be stronger in the south end of the county. But you also got to keep in mind, Sheriff Myers is from the northern end of the county as well. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how that works out. And there could be some splitting of votes, and they're going to have several more races that are multiple challengers that could be splitting votes as well.
Right. Well, the county clerk in particular,
Yes.
that's been a four-way race. You've got two candidates there that were actually working in the office,
Sure.
and then two challengers from outside of the office.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what the voters want to do there.
And I tell you, whoever wins that race is going to have an interesting job ahead of them.
Yep.
Because they're going to have to unite the office regardless.
Exactly.
Because when you've got two people within that office running for the same position, you're going to have to make sure that you get everybody back on the same page.
Always the case. Another one that's been hotly contested has been the superintendent of roads. You've got Neely Luna, of course, running as a Republican, and Ryan Crick, who has been working in the department for a number of years, those two going at it head to head. What do you see there?
You know, that to me has been the battle of signs. I think that's the race that has the most signs out. I think Neely's done an excellent job of putting out signs. I think there's a lot of those out there now. Do signs win elections? No, they do not. So it's going to be fascinating to see if that translates to votes. And if it doesn't, again, you've got a Republican independent. How are the people who haven't been paying as close attention to the election things, they're voting more for the state stuff in the primaries?
Right.
How do they vote in the county stuff? That's what I want to see. Are they voting straight ticket, or are they actually engaged in these races?
Well, I think it's been very interesting that we're seeing a lot of Republican candidates and a lot of independent candidates. You're not seeing very many people that are running as Democrats,
No.
even folks that typically would run as a Democrat. Do you think that's possibly from the animosity that we're seeing particularly at the national level?
Absolutely. I think 100%. I mean, we had a race in the county, I think it was last year or the year before, that was a long-term incumbent ran, well-liked long-term incumbent, a newcomer Republican challenged, the Republican won.
Right.
And I think that opened a lot of eyes that that was at the height of the presidential. And I think that opened some eyes that, hey, look, you know, the Democrat ticket in Tennessee right now is not as strong as it has been. I mean, you go back to 2014, we were talking about that before we went on the air tonight, Bill. 2014, you had a Democrat versus a Republican in a lower county office, and the executive was Democrat Republican, and then you had the sheriff's race was a Democrat independent. Democrat won 2 of the 3 races.
Okay.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. That to me is the interesting part of the whole thing.
Okay. Well, we have got our first set of numbers that are beginning to come in, Cam, and I believe this is going to be the early vote. And
It is.
we're saying, it looks like, we're looking at about 4,000 votes here. So very quickly on that, in the county executive race, this is in the very early going now. David Morgan with a lead with 58% of the vote. Mara Lerner at 42% of the vote, 2590 to 1888 the total in that.
Yeah, this is interesting. The one that catches my eye the most, and I know there's a long line there. This is not one of the bigger races. Is Chris Jackson, Barry Luffman. That's another Republican independent. Chris Jackson, very well known, been a commissioner for many, many years. Barry Luffman's only down 3 after early voting. Now, we mentioned a minute ago, there's still people in line in Loretto, so that's going to be determined big time. That's very.
And there, of course, Loretto's on down the road just a bit.
Sure.
A little bit more difficult for them to have come up to the election commission. So you may
Good
not
point.
have seen many early votes out of that race. Only 3 votes difference there.
And of course, you've got Ryan Crick leads Neely Luna pretty big, and there's that independent. That tells me that maybe there's some people that not voting straight ticket.
Okay.
Same with Tara Dickey.
In the sheriff's race, it looks like incumbent John Myers right now, at least in the early voting, with a rather substantial lead, 3,000 votes. Gary Mills with 947, and Rick Osborne with 635. So incumbent John Myers now with almost 66% of the vote, with just the early votes coming in.
And again, I think this is around 50% of the total vote for the county. If it's based on previous election year numbers, that's a lot of votes. And you're talking about elections that typically had around 9,000 votes. You've got 4,400. That's going to be 45%. If you're down 2,000 votes, you've got a tough road to hoe rest of the way. You better be strong in some of these places.
Absolutely. In some of the other races, for the General Sessions Judge, Mike Harris leading Amy Chisler, 3,300 to 1,005. So 76% so far going to Mike Harris. Again, this is with the early voting. In the county clerk's race, this is a 4-way race. Russ Brewer with the lead there, 2,200 votes. Tanya Roper, who was working in the office, with 1,005. Beverly McDowell also working in the office with 958, and Nick Moore at 397. So right now, Russ Brewer in the lead in the county clerk race. In the Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey, incumbent, 2,807 votes. Jim Looney with 1,788. Tara Dickey with 61% of the votes with the early voting. And we mentioned the road superintendent race with Ryan Crick, 3222, Neely Luna, 1358. Also in a countywide race, County Trustee Kylie Weathers running unopposed with 3,478 complimentary votes. So it looks like, Kylie and Tommy Lee Kidd both running unopposed. And I think both of them, I think we can probably go ahead and call those races.
I think we could call those races, Bill. I think you're exactly right. Looking down at some of the county commission races, John Bradley, an incumbent, is up by 64 votes. That's a pretty large district as far as the amount of votes in that area. Going on down the list, Dave Ray, Will Nichols. Will Nichols down a pretty substantial number there. That's going to be tough for him to overcome. Now, of course, this is just early voting, so anything can happen. Mark Bowie down 35 versus Tim Clifton. Still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, yes, we do. Going all the way through it, just to make sure that we don't miss anybody. In District 1, Wayne Yoakum with a 2-vote lead over Lee Boyd. Wayne Yoakum, the incumbent there. So 102 to 100, that's in District 1 again. That's in the south end of the county. We talked about the District 2 race, Chris Jackson and Barry Luffman, 3 votes different there, 142 to 139. Denny Gillespie and Donald Waldrop in District 3. Denny Gillespie looks like he's got a very substantial lead, 77% of the vote, 153 to 45 there. District 4 is uncontested. That's Roy Dale Hagan, 196 complimentary votes. In District 5, John Bradley over Jan Sanders, 154 to 90, 62% of the vote there. District 6 is Chris Sutherland and Casey Dixon. Chris Sutherland with 128 to Dixon at 75. In District 7, Travis Cowles with 245 votes, Thomas Kovac with 150 votes. And in District 8, looks like incumbent Ricky Skillington, 212 to Judy Hartsfield, 178. Again, this is early voting only. And in District 9, Randy Brewer with running unopposed with 175 votes. Cam, go ahead and pick up that next column.
There we go. Of course, District 10, Delano Benefield, unopposed. He is going to get 110 complimentary votes, as will in District 11, Scott Franks, 155 complimentary votes. Philip Heatherly also unopposed in District 12. We mentioned this a second ago. District 13, Dave Ray is running as a Republican versus Will Nichols as an independent. Dave Ray with 243 votes, Will Nichols with 57. District 14, Sandy Newton is unopposed, but she gets 147 votes. County Commission, District 15, Tammy Wisdom unopposed. District 16, Shane Eaton unopposed with 76 votes in early voting. County Commission District 17, it is contested. Republican Tim Clifton versus Independent Mark Bowie. 150 for Tim Clifton, 115 in early voting for Mark Bowie. And of course, District 18, Will Burnett is unopposed. He will get 221 early votes.
Okay. Cam, at the state level, taking a quick look at that, of course, we have primaries going on for some of the statewide offices, also for the House of Representatives office. On the Republican side, Bill Lee, Governor Scott Desjardins in House District 4 and House District number 70, Clay Doggett, all 3 of those running unopposed and each garnering in the range of 2,000 votes, just a bit more. In the District 71 primary, this one very hotly contested, 4 candidates in the race. Kip Capley, Republican. Well, they're all Republicans. It's a Republican primary, duh. Kip Kaplan with 919 votes. Jason Rich with 338. Bill White with 244. And Mitch Skelton with 181. So Capley with the early lead there. And in the state exec race, looks like Johnny Bell is running uneffect. How about the Democrats?
In the Democrat governor primary, Jason Martin, 265 votes in early voting, and Kenita Atwater, 127. J.B. Smiley Jr. picks up 80. In Democrat primary U.S. House District 4, Wayne Steele with 250 votes, Arnold White 159. In District 71 of the Tennessee House, David Carlson runs unopposed, and we'll get 193 of the early votes. And executive committee man on the Democrat side, Randall Price, unopposed, will get 369 complimentary votes. And the committee woman, Merrill Rice, also unopposed.
You suppose those folks eat dinner together? Probably so.
Probably so.
In the judges' races, David Allen running unopposed in District 22, Part 1, 3,945 complimentary votes for Mr. Allen. Russ Parks running unopposed in Part 2 with 3,378 votes. Contested race in Part 3, incumbent Chris Sockwell with 3,651. Lee Brooks, the challenger, 569. Chris Sockwell with an 86-point deficit, or share, I should say, in the Part 3 race. In Part 4, this one has been very hotly contested. Caleb Bayless in the early lead, 2294 with 54% of the vote. Stacey O'Neill with 1714, 40% of the vote. Sammy Patterson with 235 votes. That is good for 5%.
We've got another vote box in. Mars Hill, that box is in. And I'm trying to get, I don't know if we've got updated total numbers. We don't have the individual box numbers on our screen just yet. They're not there. It's blank currently, but it has updated some of these. Right there we go. They're there now.
Okay.
Takes it a second. It takes it a second. There we go. So the Mars Hill box is in. County Executive David Lerner will get 63 votes to Mara Lerner's 47. So David Morgan 63, Mara Lerner 47. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris picks up 81 to Amy Schizler's 21. Sheriff's race, John Myers, the incumbent, gets 77 votes to Gary Mills 16. Rick Osborne 14. County Clerk, heavily contested race. Russ Brewer will get 70 votes. Tanya Roper will get 19. Beverly McDowell 17. Nick Moore 5. And then the Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey. This is the Mars Hill box. 73 votes to Jim Looney's 37.
Okay, and Road Superintendent Ryan Crick with 75 votes to Neely Luna 37, and the County Trustee, Circuit Court Clerk, they are uncontested, so those races we have already called. Results beginning to come in. Tell you what, let's take this quick time out. We'll be back with more election coverage right here at WLX right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story and Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type of grills we are carrying this year at Story and Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story and Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, A word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And welcome back to election coverage here at WLX. Cam, we've had one race that I think we've gone ahead and called. Tommy Lee Kidd running unopposed for county court clerk, or county court clerk. And Tommy Lee had recorded something, of course, running unopposed. We know how that was turning out, so Tommy Lee recorded something for us, and let's go ahead and run that now.
This is Tommy Lee, Lisa, and Abigail Kidd, and we would like to say thank you to the citizens of Lawrence County for allowing us to be your next Lawrence County Circuit Court Clerk. We love you, Lawrence County!
And we're back, and Cam, we've had a third box come in now, so let's do a quick update. Go ahead on down.
These are just the Gandy numbers, so the Gandy box is in. In the county executive race, David Morgan will get 80 votes, Mara Lerner 43. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris will get 86 to Amy Schizler's 31. Sheriff's race, John Myers, the incumbent, 76 votes. Gary Mills 30, Rick Osborne 18. Again, this is Gandy. County Court Clerk Russ Brewer with 55, Tanya Roper 40, Beverly McDowell 20, Nick Moore 7. Tara Dickey is the incumbent. Register of Deeds running as an independent, 64 votes to 58. Road Superintendent Ryan Crick 63, Neely Luna 63. Now this is Neely's home box. He is from that area, so he is going to have a lot of support in that area. County Trustee Kylie Weathers 82, and of course Circuit Court Clerk Tommy Lee with 105.
Okay, looking at the totals now with 3 boxes in, we've got Gandy Mars Hill in the early vote. In the county executive race, David Morgan with a 58% sheriff, 2733, Mara Lerner with 1978, a 42% share. For General Sessions Judge, Mike Harris, 3467, Amy Chisler with 1057. In the sheriff's race, it looks like incumbent John Myers with a big lead, 3170, Gary Mills with 993, and Rick Osborne with 667. In the county clerk race, Russ Brewer, 2328, Tanya Roper with 1064, Beverly McDowell with 595, and Nick Moore with 409 votes for Moore. In the Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey, 2944, Jim Looney, the Republican challenger, 1863. And in the road superintendent race, this is with 3 votes, with 3 boxes in, Ryan Crick with 3360, Neely Luna with 1458, and Kylie Weathers running unopposed 3657. Take a look and see what you can pick up on the commission races, Cam.
Yeah, of course, the commission races, you've just had the two boxes in. Let's see what the Ricky Skillington, Judy Hartsfield race, still, Judy Hartsfield's down 34, Ricky Skillington's the incumbent. Looking at some other close, Casey Dixon, Chris Sutherland, District 6. Casey Dixon's down 53. Travis Qualls, District 7, is up by 85 on Thomas Kobeck. And in District 5, John Bradley is up 140 on John Sanders.
Okay.
But the other ones haven't updated because those boxes, I don't think of in. I may have missed. That's going to get kind of confusing for me because I apologize. I don't know which boxes sometimes go with which districts.
That's certainly understandable. Okay, on the statewide races in the judge races, David Allen 4,000 votes, Rush Parks 3456, both of those slots uncontested. Chris Circuit Court Part 3, Chris Sockwell 3747, Lee Brooks 582, Sockwell with a big lead there.
Yeah, that's huge.
Part 4, this one is contested, a three-way race. Caleb Bayless with 2361, Stacy O'Neill with 1751, Patterson with 241. Brent Cooper and Travis Jones both running unopposed. In the primary races, not going to worry too much about the Republican side except on District 71, which is contested. Kip Capley with 924, that's 52% of the vote. The other three candidates splitting the remaining 48%, Rich with 342, Bill White with 314, Mitch Skelton with 183, and Johnny Bellis running unopposed. On the Democrat side for governor in the primary, Jason Martin with 273, Kanita Atwater with 130, J.B. Smiley with 80. In District 4 for the House of Representatives, Steele with 255. This is in Lawrence County now, and Arnold White at 162. Of course, those races are the House of Representative races covers a big part of the state, so what we're doing here in Lawrence County is just a small part of that. The other races on the Democrat side are uncontested, so no need to get into that. So we are beginning to get the results coming in, Cam, and we should be starting to see some more trends here in just a bit.
I am looking for the 2 Loretta boxes. I'm looking for one of the Summertown boxes. Those are going to be big. I think the Pulaski Street box will be big. Those are, once those come in, then of course you've got the old Crockett box, which is the Salem box now. Once those are in, if some of these people that haven't closed the gap, I think that's going to be pretty close to insurmountable if it maintains a 15-20% deficit.
Okay, well, we are still waiting on the numbers to come in. We do have representatives at all of the polls, so they'll be calling those in as they read them out. And as you know, Cam, it takes a bit of time to close out each of the booths and get those results out, get them called in, and then we've got to get them keyed in. Right now, we've got the 3 boxes. We're up to date on that. While we're waiting on those to come in, let's take another breather. We'll be back with more election coverage right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type of grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, A word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we're back with election coverage here at WLX. Cam, I think you've got Rotary Park in.
I do. Rotary Park is in. Mara Lerner will pick up her first box of the evening. 53 votes to David Morgan's 44. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris will win that one as well. 66 votes to Amy Schisler's 31. Sheriff's race, John Myers. This is the Rotary Park box. The incumbent will pick up 47 votes to Gary Mills' 22. Rick Osborne, 25. County Clerk, Russ Brewer with 53 votes, Tanya Roper with 17, Beverly McDowell with 21, Nick Moore with 5. Register of Deeds, this race is still close, is Tara Dickey with 50, Jim Looney with 46, and of course another big race. The road superintendent Ryan Crick wins this precinct by one vote, 50 to 49 over Neely Luna, and so that. I believe you've got the updated totals on your end.
Okay, with the totals now, with 4 boxes, that's 4 out of 25 boxes reporting in. That includes the Rotary Park box that Cam just talked about. In the county executive race, David Morgan, 2777, Mara Lerner with 2,031. 57.8% for Morgan and 42.2% for Lerner. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris with 3533, that's 76%. And Amy Chisler with 1088. That's good for 25%, so a 3-to-1 lead for Mike Harris so far. In the sheriff's race, incumbent John Myers 3217, Gary Mills with 1015, and Rick Osborne with 692. So Mills with 65% of the vote. I wish I had my glasses on. Myers with the lead in the sheriff's race. For county clerk, Russ Brewer, 2379, that's 48% of the vote. The remaining 52% divided 3 ways. Tanya Roper with 1081, Beverly McDowell with 1016, and Nick Moore now with 414 votes. For the Register of Deeds race, this one is tightening up just a bit, but it's still a pretty wide gap. Yeah. Tara Dickey with 2994, Jim Looney with 1909. Tara Dickey now 61% of the vote to Luna's 39%. In the road superintendent race, Ryan Crick with 3,410 votes. That's good for 69%, almost 70% of the vote. And Neely Luna with 1,507, 30% of the vote. And Kylie Weathers again uncontested.
Yeah, these races are going to. You've only got really of the county-wide race, you've only got one right now under 1,000 votes, and that's the county executive race.
Yes.
That one's still going to be really tight. There's some big boxes. I think Mara is going to do better in Loretto, and I don't know about Summertown. That's the wild card. We don't know. But I do think Mara is going to have a good turnout in Loretto. She's had a couple of former mayors from that area that have endorsed her, so those are big endorsements. I think she's going to do well there. When those boxes come in, we're going to know where we're at and how long we're going to have to wait it out for some of these races.
That really has been an interesting situation. I think Mara Lerner with endorsements from Keith Durham and from Jesse Turner.
Exactly.
So mayor of Lawrenceburg and mayor of Loretto both endorsing her.
And she won the first Lawrenceburg box.
Exactly. And county executive T.R. Williams was endorsing David Morgan. So you've got a split there, and It's been a tight one, and I've got to tell you, I did the debate the other night, and I came away and I was still undecided at that point, and what I did after the fact, that's between me and the good Lord.
Exactly. So,
but I came away from that undecided, and it was not an easy decision for me.
No, and I've talked to a lot of business owners, a lot of people across the county. I get a lot of people in my doors, and we just want to talk politics and want to talk about this. This has been the talk of the town for 2 to 3 months. And I hear that, especially in the county executive race. They say, I don't know. I think it's because they're both good people. And I think they both have qualities that make them desirable for that position. And I think it was a hard choice. And it's going to be tight. It's going to come down to we're under 1,000 votes separating the two right now. And still a lot of boxes left. There's 21 boxes still out.
Yeah. Well, we're here until they're all counted, and we're looking forward to see how that comes. Let's do a quick rundown on all of the commission races. Most of these numbers haven't changed, but some may have. And why don't you go ahead and pick up on that first column?
Yeah, I'll start with District
there.
1, Wayne Yoakum. The incumbent is up by 2 votes over Lee Boyd. There's still 2 Loretta boxes out. Chris Jackson is up by 3 over Barry Luffman. That is, again, Chris Jackson running as an independent, Barry Luffman as a Republican. Denny Gillespie is up 108 over Donald Waldrop in District 3. District 4, Roy Hagan unopposed. District 5, John Bradley, John Sanders. John Sanders trails in that one by 140 votes. In District 6, Chris Sutherland is up on Casey Dixon by 53 votes. District 7, Travis Qualls is up 85 on Thomas Kobeck, and Ricky Skillington in District 8 is up 34 on Judy Hartsfield. Randy Brewer, of course, in District 9 is unopposed.
Over in District 10, Delano Benefield running unopposed. There's a name that we've heard for a lot of years in local elections. He's got 110 complimentary votes running unopposed. Scott Frank's also been around a few years, 135 votes in District 11. In District 12, Philip Heatherly running unopposed, 113 votes. District 13 is contested. Dave Ray running as a Republican, 243 votes against Will Nichols, 57. Ray, 243 to 57. In District 14, Sandy Newton running unopposed, 147 votes. In District 15, Tammy Wisdom, 292 complimentary votes. In District 16, Shane Eaton garnered 144 votes. In District 17, this one's close and contested. Tim Clifton, 150. Mark Bowie with 115. Clifton with 56% of the vote. Bowie is 43% at this time. And in District 18, Will Burnett with 221 complimentary votes. Going over into the school boards, we have not talked about those very much. Of course, the school board, they alternate in about, it's either a third or half of the seats are up. I think it's about half of the seats. In District 2, Kirk Weathers with 387, Kevin Cozart with 81, Kirk Weathers with 82% of the vote. Brenda Jacobs, John Daniel, Casey Rochelle, or Corey Rochelle, Nikki Hartsfield, all running unopposed in the school board race. In the constable races, now they will elect 3 for this, so the top 3 vote getters so far are Menz with 705, Jim Cozart with 653, and Jimbo Thomason at 510. Jonathan Burnett has 493 and Mark Gaines at 448. They are certainly within striking distance. That's in the middle district. In the northern district, the incumbent's having a tough way to go there, Cam. Nathan Self with 720. Gary Keaton with 412, Paul McBride 363, and Virgil Luna with 264. And in the southern end, Randy Tucker, the top vote getter, 881. He's got a bunch of votes there. Tony Lancaster with 534, Blake Barnett with 498, Jordan Provins with 369, and Pat Daughtry with 273.
I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't know that there's a constable that takes his job more serious than Randy Tucker.
Okay.
He is out and about, and he has been a constable for many, many, many years. So that's not a surprise that he's leading that race.
There you go.
On that end. Let's see if we can go back over here to the what am I looking for? There we go. Go back over here to these judge races. These are interesting. The opposed race, there's 2 of those in the circuit court judge races. Chris Sockwell with a massive lead of 86% of the vote. He's got 3,819 votes to Lee Brooks' 595. Now, keep in mind, it's not just Lawrence County that is electing these. This is Murray County, Wayne, and Giles. So we're going to have to wait for those. Okay, so we've got a text. Problem in Summertown. The election commission did not load enough paper into one of the machines, so it was unable to print. They'll have it when they turn in the machine. So they're
going to have to bring that to Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, so
and
that's a big one.
Here.
That's a big one. So we were talking. We hope we're not burning midnight oil. Guess what? They better go get us some food.
Sound like we may be burning midnight oil.
Wow.
Ben, I like pepperoni and sausage, but that's entirely up to you.
But Chris Sockel is up by 3,224 votes. Currently, Caleb Bayless.
Nothing from Giles.
Okay.
Nothing.
We have nothing from Giles County currently. So again, this is just Lawrence County. Caleb Bayless is up by 617 votes over Stacy O'Neill and 2,161 over Sammy Patterson. I think we can say Sammy Patterson is going to have to pull off something sort of a miracle to get back in that race.
Well, it looks like it's going to be between Bayless and O'Neill, and we will see how that works out. O'Neill, of course, from the southern end of the county, so
exactly.
that could be big with those big Loretta boxes out still. In the primary races on the Republican side, the only contested race that we're dealing with is in District 71. Kip Capley with 954, Jason Rich with 357, Bill White 319, and Mitchell Skelton with 188. And again, that is a primary, so the winner of this race will go against the Democrat nominee, and that's going to be David Carson, who's running unopposed on the Democrat side. So that will actually be decided in November. On the governor's side of the Democrat, of course, Republican is unopposed. That's Bill Lee, the incumbent. On the Democrat side, Jason Martin with 227, Kanita Atwater with 135, and J.B. Smiley with 83. And again, those are Lawrence County numbers only. For the U.S. House District 4, this is for the Democrat nomination with Wayne Steele with 265, Arnold White with 154. And the other three races on the Democrat primary side are unopposed, and that's enough on those.
Let's recap where we're at 7:57. Polls have been closed nearly an hour. We understand there's a problem in Summertown with the printers on a couple of those, so they're going to have to take those to the Election Commission to get those printed out. That does happen. This is not unprecedented. That has happened almost every election, it seems like. Loretto had a line after 7, so those people were allowed to vote. But the line did stop at 7. They wouldn't let anybody else in line, so we're still waiting on those. We only have 4 boxes in. We have the absentee and early voting was in. That's going to be 40 to 45% of the total electorate voted early if it mirrors previous elections, which is huge. And, of course, we've got Mars Hill, Gandy, now Pulaski Street just came in. That's a big box.
Okay, let me kick that up on my screen as well.
And it just came in, so that's the 5th box.
Okay. And go ahead and run that one down if you will.
Yeah, and County Executive, David Morgan with 85. Of course, his church resides with this precinct. 85% of the vote, 85 votes. Mara Lerner with 69 votes. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris with 81 votes, or excuse me, I'm looking at this, 105 to 44 over Amy Schizler. This is the Pulaski Street votes. Sheriff John Myers, 89. Gary Mills, 33. Rick Osborne also with 33. County Clerk Russ Brewer with 100. Tanya Roper with 10. Now, Tanya's going to be one of those that's going to be affected by that Summertown box. Beverly McDowell, she's going to be big in Loretto, as will Nick. 23 to Beverly and Nick, 19. Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey pulls away a little further, 89 votes to 65 over Jim Looney. Road Commissioner Ryan Crick, 94. Neely Luna, 60. So the trend continues. You've pretty much saw what we see in early voting that's playing out, with the one exception of the Rotary Park box, which Mara Lerner was able to pull that off. We still got some really big boxes out there, though.
Okay, now with the Rotary Park numbers in, the totals for County Executive, David Morgan with 58% of the vote, 2862 is the count. Mara Lerner at 2100, 42% of the vote. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris, 36-38 to Amy Chisler with 11-32. In the sheriff's race, looks like John Myers still with a big lead, 65% of the vote, 33-06. Gary Mills with 10-48 and Rick Osborne at 7-25. In the county clerk race, again, 4 contestants there. Russ Brewer, running as a Republican, 24-79, has 49% of the vote. The remaining 51% being split 3 ways. Tanya Roper with 1091, Beverly McDowell with 1039, and Nick Moore at 433. In the Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey with 61% of the vote, 3,083 votes to 1974 to Jim Looney. So Tara Dickey now with a big lead there, with 5 out of 25 boxes reporting in. Road Superintendent race, Ryan Crick at 3504, Neely Luna at 1567, and Kylie Weathers with 3826 complimentary votes.
So what we're seeing, and we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, is will Lawrence County do what they have done in the past? And party doesn't matter a whole lot, as far as loyalty to, are people going to vote straight ticket red? That's not happening. You've got a couple of independents right now out in front of the Register of Deeds and Road Superintendent. Obviously, still a long ways to go, but we've got the early absentee in. Gandy is in, Mars Hill is in, Pulaski Street is in, as is Rotary Park. So we've got 2 Lawrenceburg boxes. Really, I guess Mars Hill is going to take some of that Lawrenceburg in as well. You've got Gandy and, of course, the absentees. Still got the north and south end of the counties. West End's another big one that usually turns out a lot of voters. So that's going to be interesting to see how those play out.
Okay, we've got 5 boxes in, 20 boxes to go. We're doing election coverage here at WLX, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free. Free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Serve the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Renright Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And welcome back to WLX and our election coverage this evening. Cam, we're still looking at 5 boxes in with 20 to go. So we're starting, I think we're going to see a lot of votes coming in here very quickly as they can get those keyed into the system. But right now things are pretty much where they have been most of the night.
Yeah, absolutely they are. And, you know, coming out of their early voting, and that's kind of what we have seen in previous elections, coming out of early voting, that's kind of been the story as we move forward. There's only one race currently in the countywide election as far as not including your commissioners and school board. I'm talking countywide elections. There's only one race under 1,000 votes right now, and that's the county executive race. And I think everybody knew that was going to be tight between the Republican David Morgan and the independent Mara Lerner. Everything else is pretty wide.
Oh, bless her heart. The boss lady came in wanting to know if I needed my glasses. she sees me up here squinting. It's I love working this job. There you go. Let's run real quickly. Again, these are numbers. You have heard these numbers before. We're going to repeat them again as we're waiting on additional votes to come in. In the county executive race, David Morgan with 58% of the votes, 2862 to Mara Lerner at 2100. For General Sessions Judge, Mike Harris, 3638 to Amy Chisler at 1132. In the sheriff's race, John Myers looks like he's holding up. Of course, as I say, these are the same numbers we read before. 3306, 65% of the vote. Gary Mills with 1048 and Rick Osborne at 725. In the county clerk race, four-way race here, Russ Brewer with 2479, Tanya Roper with 1091, Beverly McDowell with 1039, and Nick Moore with 433. Tara Dickey for Register of Deeds, the incumbent, 3,083. Jim Looney with 1974. Real Superintendent's race, a hotly contested race. Ryan Crick with 3804. Neely Luna at 1587. I'm sorry. And
maybe you do need those glasses.
No, I do. I'll get it. I'm in there, so you kind of back me up. Go ahead and run down some of those commission races for us.
Right now, of course, a lot of these county commission boxes are just absentees, so we've still got some boxes out. District 1, Wayne Yoakum is up on Lee Boyd by 2 votes. Chris Jackson is up on Barry Luffman by 3 votes in District 2. District 3, Denny Gillespie is up on Donald Waldrop by 108 votes. Roy Dale Hagan, of course, unopposed. John Bradley in District 5 is winning that by 140 votes, and I think Leoma would be the last box for that one. That was going to be the one to decide that race. The only reason I know that because that's my district, the one I live in. District 6, Chris Sutherland is up 53 on Casey Dixon. Again, a lot of these are early votes only at this point. Travis Cowles is up 85 over Thomas Kobeck. Ricky Skillington is up 34 over Judy Hartsfield. Randy Brewer unopposed.
Okay, and in District 10, that's actually District 10, 11, and 12, Delano Butterfield, Scott Franks, Philip Heatherly, all running unopposed. In District 13, David Ray with 243 votes, that is 81% of the vote. Will Nichols with 57, that's 19% of the vote. In District 14, Sandy Newton is unopposed, as is Tammy Wisdom in District 15. District 16 is Shane Eaton, he's unopposed. In District 17, Tim Clifton with 57% of the vote, 150 to Mark Bowie at 115. And in District 18, Will Burnett running unopposed. In the school board races, on the contested races only, in District 2, Kirk Weathers, 387, Kevin Cozart with 81, so 83% of the vote to Kirk Weathers. Districts 3, 5, 6, and 9 are all uncontested. That's Brenda Jacobs, John Daniel, Corey Rochelle, and Nikki Hartsfield. In the constable races in the middle district, Jared Menz, the top vote getter. Again, 3 will be elected. Jared Menz, Jim Cozart and Jimbo Thomason are the top 3 vote getters. 769 for men's, Cozart with 695, Jimbo Thomason with 549, Jonathan Burnett 525, and Mark Gandy with 480. So the that one, the bottom slot there especially, that one is still up for grabs, Cam. We'll see how that plays out as we go, and there's still a lot of those middle district boxes out. On the north end, Nathan Self with 720 votes, Gary Keaton with 412, Paul McBride with 363, and Mark Gandy with let's see, Virtual Luna. My screen updated on it. And in the Southern District, Randy Tucker, Tony Lancaster, and Blake Barnett, the top 3 vote getters. 881 for Tucker, Lancaster with 834, Blake Barnett with 498, Jordan Provins with 369, and Pat Daughtry with 273. So again, the bottom slot there, that one could be up for grabs, hard to say, but the constable races, especially in the middle district, that third spot only looks like about 24 votes difference there between the third place, fourth place slot, and again, the top 3 are going to move into that position. So that one is still pretty much undecided.
Still a lot of boxes out. It's been about 10, 11 minutes since that last box at Pulaski Street came in. I know the polls are closed, but sometimes it takes a minute to pull that stuff up. And as you see on your screen, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, I know historically, you've only been able to listen to this coverage on the radio. If you're doing that and want to watch, you can see the updated figures for yourself on the screen as well as our beautiful faces from time to time.
Which is why that's why we're on the radio more than we're on television. That's
exactly right. And you can watch us on Facebook and on YouTube. Look for WLX on Facebook and YouTube. We're on both of those. We've had a lot of sponsors that's making all this possible. As they roll across the screen, Cloud9 Wireless, Story and Lee Furniture, Stryker Steakhouse, Rent Right, Harvest Financial. Did I miss one? I think I got him. Story and Lee has also been a big supporter tonight. So we want to thank those guys because, as with anything else in life, you got to have money to turn the lights on, and they are making that possible.
Absolutely true. And speaking of keeping the lights on, I tell you, we are still waiting on boxes to come in, and we have had another box come in. Looks like the new prospect box has come in.
I've got that.
So if you can pull that one up.
This is a big box. There's a big turnout at New Prospect tonight. David Morgan, 209 tomorrow. Learners 123. Mike Harris, 234 to Amy Chisler's 73. Sheriff's Race, John Myers 215. Gary Mills will pick up 65. Rick Osborne with 56. Russ Brewer with 186. Tanya Roper with 60. Beverly McDowell 52. And Nick Moore with 31. This is the new prospect box. Tara Dickey picks up 190 to Jim Looney's 141. And Ryan Crick picks up in the road superintendent race 223 to Neely Luna's 111. That is the new prospect box. I think, Bill, you have the total updates as they are now.
Yeah, and basically the trends are holding. And keep in mind now with 6 boxes, and most of these, Gandy's kind of on the cusp between the central portion and south end, but everybody pretty much in the central part of the county.
Yep.
So we're still looking for the north end. We're still looking for the south end to come in. So we basically have boxes in the central part of the county with 6 boxes in now. In the total, David Morgan with 3,071. That's a 58% share. And Mara Lerner with 2223. That's 42% of the vote. Mike Harris now, he is extending his lead. He's got a 3-to-1 lead on Amy Chisler. 3872 to 1205 respectively. Mike Harris in the lead there. In the sheriff's race, incumbent John Meyer 65% of the vote. Gary Mills and Rick Osborne splitting the remaining 35%, 1113 and 781 respectively. In the county clerk race, Russ Brewer with almost 50% of the vote, 49.62% to be exact. 2655 to Tanya Roper 1151. Beverly McDowell 1091. Nick Moore 464. And Cam, is worth noting there, you've got Tanya Roper and Beverly McDowell, both of those ladies working in the office in the past. And between the two of them, 2,100 votes, which would have put it closer to Russ Brewer, who's on the top side.
Yeah.
But Russ still has more than the two of them combined. So it looks like that Russ is in a pretty good position there.
I think the biggest race right now that I see that I think there's two races I see that are out there that are going to be really, really difficult.
I'm sorry.
There are going to be two races that are going to be, being Corey was talking to us, but there's two races I think at this point that the candidate's going to need a big number and pretty quick. Is Amy Chisler is going to need something big to happen fairly quickly. And she is down by 2,667 votes, and that's just in Lawrence County. We've had another box come across. But and also, Neely Luna is going to need something big to happen for him pretty soon.
There you go. And looks like, is it the Leoma box you were looking for?
That is one of them.
Okay, well, it's in now.
And that is a big box for David Morgan. He will pick up 115 votes. Tamara Lerner's 47. Another big box for Mike Harris as well, 108 to 41. John Myers in the sheriff's race will pick up 104-41 for Gary Mills, 20 for Rick Osborne. County clerk's race, Russ Brewer holding strong, 72 votes. Tanya Roper with 27, Beverly McDowell with 45, Nick Moore with 15. Register of Deeds, that's a pretty tight box there, as Tara Dickey will get 84 votes to Jim Looney's 77. Ryan Crick in this road superintendent, 113 to Neely Luna's 51. Kylie Weathers and, of course, Tommy Lee Kidd, both unopposed. So, again, another big box for David Morgan, another big box for Ryan Crick, and another big box for John Myers and Mike Harris. Those races are going the wrong direction for the challengers.
Yes, they are. Okay, in the totals now for County Executive, David Morgan still with 58% of the vote, 3186. Mara Lerner at 2270, that is 42% of the vote. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris, as you alluded, pulling out a big lead, a 3-1 lead, 3980 to Amy Chisler, 1246. That's 76% to 24% for Mike Harris. In the sheriff's race, incumbent John Myers, 3625, that's 65% of the vote. Gary Mills with 1154, Rick Osborne with 801 votes. In the county clerk's race, Russ Brewer with 2737, 49% of the vote. Tanya Roper with 1178, Beverly McDowell with 1136, Nick Moore with, and my screen updated, there we go, 479. In the Register of Deeds race, that one tightening up just a bit, but Tara Dickey still in the lead, 3357 to Jim Looney, 2192. In the road superintendent's race, Brian Crick at 3840, Neely Luna with 1729, 69% for Crick, 31% for Luna. Kylie Weathers with 4,174 votes, and Tommy Lee Kidd 4769, a couple of nail biters there.
I've got a couple of district races that I think county commission races that have all the boxes are in, and Ben can tell me if I'm wrong. If they're lit red, that means they're done. Okay. John Bradley is going to retain that seat in District 5. He is going to win that, so that's going to be a first declare winner in the county commission race. All the votes are in on that particular race. He will beat John Sanders by 195 votes. District 8 is in.
Boy, that's a squeaker.
That is a squeaker.
That is a squeaker.
Ricky Skillington, we got another box coming in. Crawfish Valley is down, but Ricky Skillington will win. And this is according to our numbers. These aren't official. These are all unofficial numbers. So please keep that in mind. These are not official. The Election Commission is the only one in the state that can give you official numbers. We have Ricky Skillington winning that box or winning that race in District 8 by 14. That's the only contested ones we have right now. And we've got another box in Crawfish Valley, and that's a big turnout there as well. David Morgan will get 130. Tamara Lerner's 90 in the county executive race. Mike Harris, another big box for Mike Harris, 152 to Amy Chisler's 62. John Myers you're seeing a trend now, Bill. You're
Yeah,
starting to
you
see
are.
it. John Myers with 156, Gary Mills 32, Rick Osborne with 34. Now this one was a little tighter. County Clerk, Russ Brewer 94, Tanya Roper 72, Beverly McDowell 36, Nick Moore 21, Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey 134 to 87, and again Road Superintendent 137 for Ryan Crick, 83 for Neely Luna, and you're starting to kind of get a shape and an idea of where we're headed.
Okay, well, we're getting into it, and the returns are beginning to come in a little more rapidly now. This will be a great time to take a quick time out, catch our breath just a little bit. We'll be back with more election coverage right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story and Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story and Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story and Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bombcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we're back, live election coverage here at WLX and Election Central. And Cam, we've got another box or two that's come in.
We've got another good-sized turnout box. It is the Center Point box. David Morgan will pick up 92 votes. Tamara Lerner, 69. Mike Harris, I think we may have had another one come up as well, but with Mike Harris with 101 to Amy Chisler's 46. Sheriff's race, John Myers, 105. Gary Mills, 46. Rick Osborne with 14. County clerk race. This would have been a box getting kind of in the neighborhood of Beverly McDowell. Russ Brewer, 51. Tanya Roper, 38. Beverly McDowell, 62. So Beverly McDowell will win in that box by 11 votes over Russ Brewer. Nick Moore will pick up 15 votes. Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey, 94. Jim Looney, 69. It's road superintendent. This was a Ryan Crick stronghold, that Leoma Center Point area. Those are going to be where he's going to do very well, and he did. 125 to 44 over Neely Luna, and of course the other two are uncontested. 130 for Kylie Weathers, 134 for Tommy Lee Kidd.
Well, Cam, we're going to make our first call of the night, and let me preface this: we are not NBC, ABC, CBS, or Fox News, so we don't look at these things statistically. We're looking purely at these numbers. We're not comparing them to anything else. So we don't need to get into any kind of a rush here, but we are going to make our first call, and that's going to be in the General Sessions Judge race. Mike Harris has been elected General Sessions Judge for Lawrence County. His total so far, 42-33. That's 78 or 76% of the vote to Amy Chisler at 1354, 24% of the vote. And Cam, we just don't see any way that Amy can make up that kind of a deficit.
No, unfortunately for her, I know she has run. All these candidates have run really hard races. It's one of those situations when you get so far down, there's only so many votes left on the table. At this point, we just don't see that there are 2,800 votes out there anymore in the Lawrence County races.
That's exactly true. Now, again, if we were the big networks, you look at some of these leads, and quite frankly, there's some of these races that probably could be called, but we don't see a need to do that at this point. We're going to let things go ahead and play on out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. And County Executive David Morgan at 3408, Mara Lerner at 2429. David Morgan now with 58% of the vote. That's been holding pretty much all night long. And again, we're looking for those Loretta boxes to start coming in. We think Lerner is going to be strong down in that part of the county. 3408 to 2429, the situation there. In the sheriff's race, John Myers with 65% of the vote, and we're getting really close on making a call there, but we're going to give this let a few more boxes come in on that. John Myers at 3886, Gary Mills at 1232, and Rick Osborne at 849. In the county clerk's race, a four-way race, Russ Brewer at 48% of the vote, 2882. Tanya Roper at 1288. Beverly McDowell at 1234. Nick Moore at 515 votes. That one is getting pretty close to making a call. The Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey at 3585. Jim Looney at 2348. A lot of votes still to be counted there. In the road superintendent's race, and guys, if you want to pull this up, I'm going to make this call. Ryan Crick with 4,102 votes. Neely Luna with 1856. That is a 69% deficit or share for Ryan Crick. Neely Luna with 60 or 31%. Neely Luna would have to make up 2,246 votes. I don't see that happening. So I'm going to make this call. I think Ryan Crick is going to be our road superintendent for the next 4 years.
And something I have negated, I didn't realize that my screen actually scrolled on these box numbers, but we have the constable races that are also coming in on these boxes. Instead of going through each individual box, I'm just going to go through the updated, because we are getting some messages wanting to know where we stand on those. The middle district, Jared Menz is up by 114 votes. Jim Cozart is in second. Remember, 3 of these get elected per district in the constable, and Jimbo Thomason is at 629. Jonathan Burnett has 586. Mark Gandy has 551. The Northern District, Nathan Self has 833 votes. Gary Keaton has 483. Paul McBride with 416. Virgil Luna with 287. Virgil's going to have a long ways to go, as he looks to, as of right now, looks to be the odd man out. But again, there's some big boxes still in that race, so don't get ahead of ourselves there. In the constable for the Southern District, Randy Tucker has 1,043 votes. Tony Lancaster, as the Republican, is 669. Blake Barnett with 593. Jordan Provins with 403. Pat Daughtry with 329. So Provins and Daughtry look to be on the outside looking in as it stands now.
Okay, looking at some of the statewide races, in the judges' races, David Allen, Russ Parks, both running unopposed. In the Part 3, Chris Sockwell with $45.99, Lee Brooks with $7.23. If we were just looking at Lawrence County, we would go ahead and make that call. 86% of the vote for Sockwell. But again, you have Murray and Wayne County, and I think Giles County also in those numbers, so we cannot make that call from here. In Part 4, Caleb Bayless, the top vote getter, 29.45. Stacy O'Neill giving a good race of it, 21.63.
Yeah,
Sammy Patterson with 282. That one is getting pretty close. And in the Attorney General and Public Defender, those are running unopposed. In House District 71, the primary, Republican primary in House District 71. It looks like Kip Capley in the lead there. And again, I think you've got some Wayne County votes that'll have to be counted on that one. But Capley with 1106, Jason Rich with 413, Bill White 354, Mitchell Skelton at 239. Capley with a big lead there in Lawrence County. Again, those districts go into Wayne County as well. In the primaries for governor, of course, the Republican side's unopposed. In the Democrat primary for governor, Jason Martin 326, Atwater with 166, and Smiley with 91. Wayne Steele looks like he's going to get the nod in Lawrence County, at least for the Democrat. And Carson running unopposed, Rice, and both of the Rices running unopposed on the Democrat side. We've got 9 boxes in, another 16 boxes to go. That includes those big boxes in Summertown and the boxes down in Loretto. That could change that county exec situation. So we are eagerly waiting on those. And as Cam mentioned before, they had an issue in Summertown. We understand that that they did not get enough paper for where they could print the results, physically print the results out of the machines. They've got the results, but they couldn't print them. So they're having to bring those on down to Lawrenceburg. They will report those out of the Election Commission office as soon as those come in. And we will have those numbers for you as soon as that comes in. So that's where we stand right now.
Yeah, and again, for those of you at home who may not have ever worked an election to know how that works, it's quite interesting. I did this several years ago, being asked me for the first time to go get some numbers. By law, they're supposed to put what they're able to print out on the door of the precinct.
Exactly.
So if you want to double check these numbers for yourself, you can go down to each precinct, and they're supposed to be posted on the door.
Correct.
And it's pretty interesting how the whole process works. I know the people at the Election Commission, they're the unsung heroes tonight, because
true.
Everybody else is, running for office and getting their name out there. People at the Election Commission, they've been working tireless hours at all these precincts, early voting, and they're getting no recognition.
That's true. One thing too on the new voting machines, the old machines, they would turn the key and it would open the machine, and you could actually see the totals on like an odometer, like a speedometer in your car. But on these new machines, the numbers are in the computer, and you cannot read those numbers. You have to print them to know what those numbers are. So if they were not able to print, they don't know in Summertown what those numbers are. And they will not know that until they get it down here to the Election Commission, and they can put some paper in the machine and hit the print button.
Exactly
and
right.
That's the way that thing really works.
And if it's like a lot of other printers, it takes a special kind of paper.
That's exactly right.
And I think those do. I think it takes almost like a receipt.
It's a thermal paper. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's a special paper.
I hope they have extras.
You never know.
You never know.
We're covering the elections live here at WLX. We've got numbers coming in, and we'll have more right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story and Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Striker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Striker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Striker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
All right, and we're back with election coverage. We understand that all of the boxes now have reported in. We are in the process of getting those into our system. So we're going to see a lot of numbers coming in here very shortly. If you take a look at your screen now, and you folks on the radio, you'll just have to take my word for it. You can see that the boxes that have come in, we've got Center Point, Crawfish Valley, Gandy, Henryville, Iron City, Leoma, Mars Hill, New Prospect, Pulaski Street Church of Christ, and Rotary Park. Those boxes have come in. We're still looking for Crossroads, Etheridge, First Baptist, Howard's, whatever that is, Center. Yeah, that's Loretta Civic Center.
Loretta Civic Center. And both Florida boxes.
Yeah, the Salem Church of Christ, Southeast Lawrence, Southern Tennessee, St. Joe's, Summertown, West End, West Loretto, and West Point. And again, those numbers have come in. They have come into us in the studio. The ladies are back keying those in as we speak. In the process there, they want to make sure they get it right, so they actually double key them, Cam. They put them in, and then they put them in a second time, and they check for any discrepancies, and they get that resolved before we actually see it here. So that is why why it takes just a little bit of time. So we've got 12 out of 25 boxes in our totals at this point. And why don't you go ahead and hit those totals while we're there?
Yeah, so in the county executive race, David Morgan has increased his lead now to over 1,000 votes. He is up 1,163 votes over Mara Lerner. He has got 58% of the vote so far in this race. The General Sessions Judge, we've already called this race. Mike Harris, we have projected, will be the winner. He still maintains his 75% point lead over Amy Chisler. John Myers now up 65 with percent. He got 65% of the vote. He is up 2,837 votes. I'm getting lost here. Gary Mills and Rick Osborne trails in the sheriff's race 3270. County clerk Russ Brewer maintains around 50%. That has backed down just a smidge. He is still up nearly 1,600 votes over Tanya Roper, 1,783 over Beverly McDowell, and 2,523 over Nick Moore. Register of Deeds, Tara Dickey, the incumbent, running as an independent, is at 59%. She is up to 1,226 over Jim Looney. And another race, now Neely has made that a little closer, but we have already projected Ryan Crick will be the winner there with 4,340 votes. He has got a 67% to Neely Luna's 32%. Neely is down 2,266 votes.
Okay, and we are still looking at the county commission races to see what else is coming in there, and basically the numbers that you had read off earlier, I think, Cam, are still probably good. Let's see where we stand in District 1. Wayne Yoakum with a 2-vote lead over Lee Boyd. Again, we're looking for the big boxes in Loretto to show up in our totals.
Yeah,
they are not in these totals there yet.
Those two are going to be interesting. Both those Loretto commissioning races are tight.
Yes. In District 2, Chris Jackson with a 3-vote lead, 142 to 139 over Barry Luffman. In District 3, Denny Gillespie, 261 over 90 for Donald Waldrop. So it looks like Gillespie is going to be in good shape there. That one may be getting close enough to call, but we'll wait until we've got all of those votes in our totals here, which will come up here very soon. In District 4, Roy Dale Hagan running unopposed. John Bradley and John Sanders. Looks like John Bradley with 69% of the vote. He is in the driver's seat there, and in fact, we can call that one.
Yep.
All of those votes are in, so John Bradley will be the commissioner for District 5 for the next 4 years. In District 6, this one fairly close. Chris Sutherland with 190, Casey Dixon with 106, an 84-vote deficit. That's easy for me to say. That's why I'm not on ABC. County Commission District 7, Travis Cowles with 245, Thomas Kovac with 160. That's a 60 to 40% differential for Cowles over Kovac. District 8, Ricky Skillington. This one is really, really tight. I suspect they may be counting that one again. Ricky Skillington with 362, Judy Hartsfield with 348. By our numbers, Ricky Skillington has won in District Commission 8. And in District 9, Randy Brewer unopposed with 433.
District 10, Delano Benningfield is unopposed, as is Scott Franks and Philip Heatherly, each 11 district, and the 12th district. District 13, there's 300 total votes in on this race. Dave Ray is up 81% of the vote to 19 for William Nichols. In District 14, Sandy Newton unopposed. Tammy Wisdom also unopposed in District 15. District 16, Shane Eaton unopposed. District 17 is contested. Tim Clifton holds a 35-point advantage over Mark Bowie. We saw a picture earlier of both those gentlemen sitting outside of the First Baptist Precinct under a tent, just having a conversation.
Just having a big time.
And that's the way politics should be. And Will Burnett in District 18 unopposed.
Oh, if it were only true. Taking a look at the school board races, Kirk Weathers over Kevin Cozart, 387 to 81. So Kirk Weathers with 82% of the vote, pretty much in the driver's seat in school board District 2. District 3, 5, and 6, Brenda Jacobs, John Daniel, and Corey Rochelle, all three running unopposed, as Nikki Hartsfield in District 9 also running unopposed, 975 complimentary votes there. In the constable races, these things are still very tight in the middle district, especially in the middle district. Jared Min's the top vote getter. I think he's probably probably pretty safe. Jim Cozart at 793. Min's had 907, by the way. Cozart was 793. These next three, these are very close, and you're electing three here, so the third position still up for grabs. Jimbo Thomason with 629, Jonathan Burdett with 586, and Mark Gandy with 551. So any one of those three could take that third position. In the northern section, Nathan Self, he's pretty much set, 1069. Gary Keaton with 573, Paul McBride with 510, Virgil Lunar with 347. So it looks like Self, Keaton, and McBride on that one. We're not calling that officially, but those three look like they have a pretty good lead. In the southern district, Randy Tucker with 1119. I think he's safe. Tony Lancaster, the rest of these pretty tight. Tony Lancaster 694, Blake Barnett at 630, and then Jordan Provins at 438, Pat Daughtry at 338. So right now it looks like Tucker, Lancaster, and Barnett will be your constables in the south end.
Let's go back over to the circuit court judge race. There's two of those that are contested. Chris Sockwell still rolling along in Lawrence County, polling almost 90%. That's no surprise. I mean, we here at WLX are very familiar with Chris Sockwell. He was our colleague for many, many years. here doing sports.
You have 15 boxes in.
15 box. So we get an update. And the circuit court judge race, Stacey O'Neill is trailing Kayla Bayless by now 1,160 votes. It just updated. Chris Sockwell still maintains his big lead, but let's flip over to some of these big races because I'm getting. We've got Etheridge now in. Let's see. West Point is now in. What else is it? Crossroads is now in. Center is in. So this is getting really down to the wire here. And with the updated, David Morgan has extended his lead to 13:33. Guys, I think that one's getting really going to be hard for Mara to overcome. Now, we do have both Loretta boxes and the Summertown box, but that race is almost getting out of reach at this point for Mara. Mike Harris, we've already projected to be the winner. He still maintains a 74% advantage over Amy Chisler. John Myers in the sheriff's race, he's at 65. Gary Mills, who is a officer down at Loretto, he's going to pull big from there. So we're going to wait until we hear that box. He is down 3,294. Rick Osborne is down 3,791. County clerk, we're still all about the same. Russ Brewer maintains that 48% advantage. Tanya Roper is at 20. Now we got more boxes in another box, and Tanya Roper down to 22.81. Is it just updated? What box was that? Southern Tennessee. So that was the middle right there at Dunn.
Yeah.
That came in. That was the old LPS box, if I'm not mistaken.
That's my district, yes.
So that is another box. It turns out, of course, that is David Morgan's home box, I would believe, where he would vote from. So we can flip over to that box list and see where that's at.
That's going to be County Commission District 7. So that's now complete. So Travis Kyles looks like he's going to be the commissioner out of District 7. 374 to 260, 60% of the vote for Travis Kyles. So he is going to be our commissioner in District 7. District 8 we called a little bit ago, but that one is so close.
Yep. District 6 has gone final as well.
Yes. Thank you. Chris Sutherland with 308, Casey Dixon with 204. So Chris Sutherland will be the commissioner out of District 7. Looking up at some of these others, Districts 1 and 2, both of those are just simply too close. No one in their right mind would even attempt to call either one of those.
No, just early votes is all that is.
Yeah, absolutely true. County Commission District 3 looks like Denny Gillespie. That one's been holding there for a while. 261 to 90. Denny Gillespie with a good lead there. That number has really not changed with the votes we've had coming in. John Bradley we called in District 5. District 6, Chris Sutherland. District 7. Travis Kyles. District 8, Rick Skillington. That one is close, only 14 votes difference there. And Randy Brewer in District 9 running unopposed. Delano Benefield, Scott Franks, Philip Heatherly, all three of them running unopposed. In 13, Dave Ray with 243, Will Nichols with 57, 186 votes there. Probably going to go with Ray, but still enough votes out that we can hold off on making that call. 14 is Sandy Newton unopposed. 15 is Tammy Wisdom unopposed. 16 is Shane Eaton unopposed. And close one in District 13, Cam. Well, I say a close one. When you look at the percentages, not so much. Dave Ray 243, William Nichols with 57. And what happened here is that thing scrolled up on me, so I apologize for that. Yeah. Tim Clifton with 150, Mark Bowie with 115. That's the one I was saying is close. Only 35 votes difference. That's in District 17. And District 18 is unopposed. That's Will Burnett.
There's still 9 boxes out. So to kind of give you a recap, First Baptist is out, Loretta Civic Center is out, Southeast Lawrence is out, Summertown, there was an issue there. They've had to go to the election commission to print those off, but we do have them. We're in the process of entering those in. West Loretto is still not been entered in. Howard, Salem, St. Joseph, West End. There's only a couple more of these big boxes. I want to see the 2 Loretta boxes and the Summertown box. Even that First Baptist box is going to be big, but West End's another big one. I mean, there's still some big stuff, but you're getting down to the point in these countywide races where if you are trailing and your race has not been called, you're going to have to run the tables. I mean, you're going to have to win big, and
we,
that's a tall order.
And we just have not seen that happen all night long.
No.
We just simply have not seen that happen. No. Again, where we're standing right now in the county exec race, David Morgan at 4294, that's 59% of the vote. Mara Lerner with 2961, that's 41% of the vote. A 1,333 vote differential there. She is going to be very hard pressed to make up that kind of a difference. We've already called the general sessions judge race and the sheriff's race. I'm still not going to make this call, but the handwriting is certainly on the wall there. Incumbent John Myers with 4832, 65% of the vote, with Mills and Osborne splitting the remaining 35%. And I tell you what, guys, I think we are far enough along on that one. Ben, if you want to get that one ready. In the sheriff's race, I'm going to say that John Myers will be the sheriff in Lawrence County for the next 4 years.
Yeah, even though we've still got some big boxes out, if you look at previous vote totals across the county, which was around 9,000, there's just not enough votes left.
Exactly.
I mean, even if you got every vote, if Gary were to get every vote, or Rick, there's just not enough votes left. So I think that is a safe call. I think that was a race, as always, the sheriff's race always contested. We've got a lot of great police officers in this county, a lot of great people who are qualified to be sheriffs, so naturally that's always going to be contested.
Right. County clerk race, I'm going to hold off on that just a bit, but Russ Brewer has been holding in the 48 to 49% range all night long. So again, that's another one where the handwriting is on the wall. Tanya Roper with 1683, that is 23% of the vote. Beverly McDowell also working in the office there, 20% of the vote. And I'll mention again, Tanya and Beverly, those two ladies both working in the office together, both running for that position. Those two together still would come up short of what Russ Brewer had gotten on his own. So the fact that they split their vote probably did not make a lot of difference in that particular race. Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey with 4381, Jim Looney with 2983. There's a 1,400 vote differential, 1,398 to be exact there. So again, that's another one where the handwriting is on the wall. We have called the road superintendent's race for Ryan Crick, and again, Kylie Weathers and Tommy Lee Kidd both running unopposed. They are in. They will certainly move forward ahead. In the commission races, no real changes to report there. I've got 16 boxes in now. 16 out of 25 boxes are reporting in, and I'm looking to see if there are any particular changes there, and I do not see anything. Let me go over on the statewide races. And Cam, you've been over there with the Brain Trust. What do you got?
I've got another race to call, and I think everybody. I wanted to make this call because this is my buddy, and I don't care to say that. I've never endorsed a political candidate, but Chris Sockwell, a personal friend of mine, we declare him as the winner, as we have now vote totals from other counties. Have been rolling in. Ben has that pulled up over there. We don't have that on our screen, Bill, because those are in a different system. But we can safely declare that Chris Sockwell will win big and retain his judge seat in the circuit court clerk. So congratulations to the Sockwell family. I know he's worked really hard, and I'm proud of Chris.
There you go. All right, election coverage. The numbers are rolling in, and we'll have more of them coming up right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free. Free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bombcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we're back with more election results here at WLX and Election Central. And Cam, I think you have some results on some of the statewide stuff.
Yeah, on a district, a Tennessee congressman race. It should be on. Oh, there we go. I think I'm on now.
Okay.
On a congressional district, he's saying no. So.
All right. I'll go ahead and pick it up, and you guys can work on the technical issues over there. In the county exec race, we now have 19 out of 25 boxes reporting in. 19 out of 25. And let's see who we've got. We still have, these boxes are still out, okay? These boxes are still out. Howard's, Salem Church of Christ, West End, Loretto Civic Center, Summertown, and West Loretto. So we've still got some big boxes out, on the 6 out of the 25 still out. So these numbers now with 19 boxes in, here we go. For the county executive race, David Morgan with 59% of the vote. He's been holding there now pretty much all night long, 4640 to 3194. David Morgan now with 59% of the vote, up 1,446 votes on Mara Lerner. General Sessions Judge Mike Harris, 5526. Amy Chisler, 1903. We called that race here several minutes ago. In the sheriff's race, John Myers with 5192, Gary Mills 1679, Rick Osborne 1135, 64.8%, almost 65% for John Myers. For sheriff, we called that race here a few moments ago as well. In the county clerk's race, that one is tightening up just a bit, but still Russ Brewer with a big lead, 3806, Tanya Roper with 1803, Beverly McDowell 1664, and Nick Moore with 701. So Brewer with 48% of the vote, with the other three contestants splitting the remaining 52%. In the Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey 4734, Jim Looney 3221. I think that one probably is going to be safe to call. Tara Dickey 59, almost 60% of the vote. Tara Dickey will continue on his Register of Deeds for the next 4 years. In road superintendent, we called this one a bit ago. Ryan Crick 5449, Neely Luna 2591, a 68%, 68 to 32 for Ryan Crick. In the trustee race, Kylie Weathers and Tommy Lee Kidd both running unopposed. Taking a look at the county commission races, I don't see, actually these things, we have had a change in District 1, Cam. In District 1, Wayne Yoakum now with 199, Lee Boyd with 190. 9 votes difference in that District 1. That one's tight. Way too close to call.
We got the Southeast Lawrence box in that affected that box.
Yep.
And we have, go ahead.
Yeah, the county commission race, that's still 3. That's where we've been hanging all night. That's early votes only. That's Loretto. That's Chris Jackson and Barry Luffman. Jackson, the incumbent, with a 3-vote lead over Barry Luffman. That's the early votes only. We are waiting on those Loretto numbers to hit our screens here. The other districts we have pretty much called. District 3 is going to be Denny Gillespie. District 4 is going to be Roy Dale Hagan. He's unopposed. District 5 is John Bradley. District 6 is Chris Sutherland. District 7 is Travis Cowles. District 8, Rick Skillington. That's a 14-vote differential. That one's really close. Rick Skillington and Judy Hartsfield. But Skillington, by our unofficial numbers, has won in District 8. In District 9, it looks like Randy Brewer. In District 10, Delano Benefield, Scott Franks, and Philip Headley, all 3 running unopposed. In 13, David Ray. I think that one's probably going to be pretty safe to call. David Ray with 81% of the vote, 243 to William Nichols, 57. In District 14, Sandy Newton, 287. Tammy Wisdom unopposed in District 15. Shane Eaton unopposed in District 16, 144. In District 17, all of the votes have been turned in. Tim Clifton with 257. Mark Bowie at 172. 60% for Clifton, 40% for Bowie. Tim Clifton in District 17, and District 18 is William Burnett. In the school board races, the contested races, Kirk Weathers now with a commanding lead in District 2. I think Kirk Weathers will be on the school board for the next term. Districts 3, 5, 6, and 9 unopposed. In the constable races, that one's still tight. Men's 1095, Jim Cozart with 878, Jimbo Thomason 723, Jonathan Burdett 663, and Mark Gandy at 615. Again, the top 3. So we've got about a 60-vote shortage between Burnett and Thomason to pick up that 3rd spot. That one, of course, that's middle district, and I think most of those boxes are in. So it looks like right now men's Cozart and Thomason, but Burnett does have a chance to pick it up, and Mark Gandy also not completely out of it. On the north end, Nathan Self, he is in for sure. Gary Keaton 651, Paul McBride 551, Virgil Luna was 390, so it looks like Self, Keaton, and McBride in the northern section for constable races. And in the south end, it looks like it's going to be Randy Tucker, Tony Lancaster, and Blake Barnett. Tucker and Barnett both running as incumbents. Tucker with 1653, Lancaster with 10,000 or 1,008, more 10,008 in Lawrence County. That would be a lot of votes. Yeah. Blake Barnett with 919, and Jordan Provins at 653, Pat Daughtry at 504. I do not see them making up that much difference in what's left on the south end. So it looks like Tucker, Lancaster, and Barnett on those. Tell me what you got.
I have an update. This again will not be on your screen if you're watching online. In Rep Primary Tennessee House District 71. This is including all the counties. Now, we are not sure how much of the vote is in, but this will include Lawrence, Wayne, and Hardin. Jason Rich has 34% of the vote with 2,736 votes. Kip Capley with 2,530. He's got 31.63% of the vote. So that is extraordinarily tight. And Michael Skellington with 1,667 votes. Bill White with 1,066 votes. So it looks to be a 2-horse race in that one between Rich and Capley. That is getting really tight.
Loretta's incoming.
All right, so we are told Loretto box is incoming, and so we're going to be able to call a bunch of races. Okay. We are getting some word that there is a big shakeup in the county commission race. We are getting some numbers coming in.
I'll tell you what, as long as we're playing bait and switch, let's do that. Let's take this quick time out. We'll be back, hopefully with those Loretto numbers, right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story and Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story and Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free. Free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story and Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Welcome back to live coverage here at WLX Election Central, and we promised you some numbers from Loretto. They are still putting those numbers in. As soon as we've got them on our screen, we will call them out to you. But it's a good opportunity, candidates, if you have won or care to come in and make a quick statement, we would certainly be glad to have you here in the studio. Come on by WLX. We'll put you on the air for a short statement if you wish. Just check with them at the front desk and they'll get you hooked up, and we'll put you on the air here for a short statement if you would like, if you care to do that. And Cam, you've been following on some of the other counties. How are you making out there?
Not good. Not good. I have friends working in other counties with their election commission and actually broadcasting as well. They're being pretty coy in a certain county, and I'm not going to mention that county, but we do not have anything from Giles County.
Okay, but we wouldn't want to mention anything there either. Okay, actually we do have some numbers in Giles County, and I'll put out here for what we have, for what it's worth, and again we are not in as much control of the data collection in Giles as we have here. So here we go in Giles County. Lawrence. Okay, I understand that we do have the Lawrence numbers.
We do have it updated.
Okay, and checking on that. Holy
yeah,
cow.
This is big. So
all right.
So the county commission races, some of them are in. Barry Luffman will unseat Chris Jackson. That is the big one. The District 1 out of Loretto is still too close. Wayne Yoakum is up by 9, but Barry Luffman will unseat Chris Jackson. Denny Gillespie will hold on to his seat over Donald Waldrop. I think that's the only other one that went final that we haven't called. So Chris Jackson, a long-term commissioner down in Loretto, and he is
Chris
chairman.
Is chairman pro tem. He has been a force in Lawrence County politics for a lot of years.
And I understand that Chris is wanting to call in. Ben, if you could reach out to Chris, I don't have. It's hard for me to do that right now. He is wanting to call in and talk. If there's a way, I don't know how to answer that question. So. Okay,
and we will work on that. While that's going on, and it was that Loretto District 2 that we wanted to get out there. Let me get over here on Giles here for just very quickly. We know we have some listeners in Giles County. In the county executive race over there, it looks like Melissa Green with 51% of the vote, 1760 to 1671. In the sheriff's race, Kyle Helton, he's going to continue on as sheriff in Giles County. Let's see what other races here might be of interest to our listeners. Got quite a few commission races over there, and tell you what, we'll go through those very quickly as we have additional boxes to come in here in Lawrence County. In the county trustee race in Giles County, this is Giles County now, Tony Reisner with 2,081, Charlie Ebeck with 1,165. It looks like Tony Reisner with a big lead there. Sheriff's race, we just called that. Kyle Helton, 2726. John Mitchell, 732. Almost 80% for Helton. It looks like he will continue on as sheriff in Giles County. In the county clerk race in Giles County, Carol Wade with 2870. That's 85% of the vote. Lee Breimer with 519. That's 15%. In circuit court clerk, Natalie Oakley is running unopposed. Chip Richardson Jr. unopposed. Register of Deeds, Tammy Helton running unopposed. On the county commission in Giles County now, 3 are elected, 3 are running. So James Lathrop, incumbents Aaron Curry and Joyce Woodard. And Cam, I believe you've got something. Go ahead.
I do. I have Commissioner Chris Jackson is on the phone, long-term commissioner from Loretto District 2. Chris, thanks for calling in. I understand you want to talk to your constituents in Loretto tonight.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all's coverage tonight, and I just wanted to call in for a couple reasons. I want to thank everybody that came out and voted around the county today. It shows a lot about this county that we expressed our God-given right to vote in such an expression. And second of all, I wanted to congratulate Barry Luffman on his win tonight. I've known Barry for many years. He's a good man. He has a good family, and he'll make a fine commissioner for this district. I told him tonight that I hope he enjoys it half as much as I have, because I really have. The people of the 2nd District took a big gamble on a 19-year-old kid 16 years ago, and I'll always be grateful for the chance to serve this community and this county. And I think we've achieved a great deal over the past few years, and we've done that by working together. And it's just my hope that the new commission and the new county executive can pick up and work together and build on the progress that we have made, because I still think our best years in this county are still ahead of us. And I just wanted again to reach out to everybody and say thank you for the support and confidence all throughout the years. And I want to wish Barry and the new commission and the new county executive the best of luck in the coming months.
Chris, this is Bill, and very well said, my friend.
Yes,
you of course have been working with the new college, the Tennessee Tech, the Tennessee Tech portion of the new college. What else is on the horizon for you?
Well, I don't know. I've still got to go home tonight and walk my dog. I made a commitment to him a long time ago that I'd walk him every day, and I still hadn't done that. So that's on the short term. But long term, who knows? I know I'm going to have a lot more time with my family now, and I'm grateful for that. I lost my dad about 1 year ago this month, and that's the biggest loss that I've ever had in my life. So this don't compare to that. I told my son tonight, he's 4, that he wanted to know why I lost, and I told him just not enough people came out for me this time, and you just pick yourself up and keep going. A loss is a loss. You win some, you lose some. Bottom line is you keep going.
Well, Chris, I've known you for a lot of years. You're going to teach your son, and a lot of people in Lawrence County, I hope, can learn from how you have handled yourself tonight in gracious in defeat. I think that's something I think a lot of kids and frankly a lot of politicians can learn from, because we don't
don't have that a lot of times right now in our society, and I think you can't be a winner until you learn how to lose, and you have handled yourself with grace tonight.
Well, I appreciate that, Ken. And this is a great county. I know a lot of people know that in the past that I have voted Democrat, and that's what makes this country great, that we can disagree and still like each other. And I have a lot of Republican friends out there, and I like them just as much as the Democrats, and I hope we as a county can come together and realize that we have more in common than we have in difference. So that's my hope, and God bless this county.
Well, we appreciate your call, Chris, and you and your family have a blessed evening.
You guys too. Thank you.
Okay, election coverage here at WLX. We still have 4 boxes out. No real changes in our countywide races at this point. 4 boxes still to come in. The Salem Church of Christ, West End, Summertown, West Loretto. We have those numbers. Understand that we have made a trip down to the Election Commission to get the Summertown numbers. As you know, they had some print issues there, so we're having to pick those numbers up. We will have those coming up shortly, and we'll have the rest of our election coverage coming up right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory, or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Serve the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we are back, and we have a call to make in the county clerk's race. Russ Brewer is going to be county clerk for the next 4 years, and he is on the phone with Ben Luna. Go ahead, Ben.
Mr. Russ, congratulations. Well, I got to ask you, this was a hard-fought campaign. You're walking into this open office as Chuck Kaiser has retired. What's your reaction, and what are your words for your opponents?
Well, first of all, my three opponents, the utmost respect. I need to give them all a shout out. What a bunch of class acts. We all came into this. We're all still friends, and we're going to remain that way after this race is over. So I have all the utmost respect for all of my candidates, everybody that was in the race with me tonight. So, but and I just want to thank the voters of Lawrence County, my family, my friends. What a great night. I'm just tickled to death that everybody chose me to be their next county clerk.
Russ, again, I know this was a unique campaign. Your race had the most folks competing in it, but it stayed a clean race as well.
It did. And I think that was, everybody, like I said, there was no ill will that anyone that put their name in the hat to put in for that race. That's what, a republic is about, to let everyone toss their hat in the ring and see what happens. So, utmost respect for all of my people that ran against me, and I'm just tickled to death. I'm extremely happy right now.
All right, Russ Brewer, Lawrence County Clerk-elect, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you plenty more in the future.
Well, thank you for all your coverages. Y'all did a great job tonight, guys.
Russ, we appreciate you. Thank you, bud. All right, that is your Lawrence County Clerk-elect, Russ Brewer, from the phone center, or whatever this is back here. Guys, back to y'all.
Okay, Ben, thank you. And I think we are at a position now that we can call the rest of the races this evening. We only have 2 boxes left to check in, and there's just no way anything different is going to happen. In the county executive race, we are now calling it David Morgan has been elected county executive for the next 4 years. Totals that we have, 5329 to Mara Lerner's 3703. That's 59% of the vote for Morgan, and he will be county executive for the next 4 years. We have already called the General Sessions Judge race for Mike Harris, also the Sheriff's race for John Myers, and the County Clerk's race for Russ Brewer. In the Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey, the incumbent, will continue on for another 4 years, 60% of the vote, 54-24 to 37-56. In the Road Superintendent's race, which we have also called, Ryan Crick with 67% of the votes, and Kylie Weathers and Tommy Lee Kidd both running unopposed. That is in the countywide races. Cam, taking a look at the commission. Go ahead.
Yeah, and if you're looking on our screen, and I'm going to go over these for the people that are listening on the radio, but if you're looking at the screen, if it is in red for these county commissioners, that means all the boxes have been entered. Those are the final numbers as we have them. Now, of course, it has to be certified.
Correct.
So these are not official numbers, but these are our unofficial numbers that we have. We have County Commission District 1, Wayne Yoakum has defeated Lee Boyd, according to our numbers, by 19 votes. Barry Luffman over Chris Jackson. We heard from Chris a minute ago. District 3, we have Denny Gillespie over Donald Waldrop. District 4, Roy Dale Hagan is unopposed. District 5, John Bradley over John Sanders. District 6, Chris Sutherland over Casey Dixon. District 7, Travis Cowles wins by 114 votes over Thomas Kobeck. District 8, that is a tight race, but we have Ricky Skillington winning by 14 votes over Judy Hartsfield. Randy Brewer unopposed. District 10, 11, 12, all unopposed is Delano Benefield, Scott Franks, Philip Heatherly. District 13 is final now. Dave Ray will represent District 13 with 479 votes to Will Nichols 137. District 14, Sandy Newton unopposed. District 15, Tammy Wisdom unopposed. Shane Eaton unopposed in District 16. District 17 is final as well. Tim Clifton will defeat Mark Bowie. I saw Mark conceded earlier online, and Mark and Tim both are just two great individuals. 85 vote difference there. Will Burnett unopposed. And I believe we have some visitors here in Southern. Another race that is final is the Southern District Constable. Those are final. Randy Tucker, Tony Lancaster, and Blake Barnett will represent the Southern District.
Okay, well, we have some candidates in the office with us. Tara Dickey, congratulations, another 4 years.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to thank all of the voters in Lawrence County. I want to thank my family and my friends and my girls in the office that are here tonight with me. I'm very thankful, and I'm thankful that that Jim and I were able to run a clean race, and I'm just very thankful and excited to continue serving as your Register of Deeds, a job that I love so much. Thank you.
That's great. Very well said.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
coming by.
Thank you.
All right, Cam, it's all said, and candidates, if you would like to come in and have a word with your constituents, we'd be glad to do that. We'll be here for a little while yet. Again, David Morgan will be our county executive next year. Mike Harris, John Myers, Russ Brewer, Tara Dickey, who you just heard from, Ryan Crick, Kylie Weathers, and Tommy Lee Kidd in the countywide races. They are going to be your winners this year. Cam, go ahead again with those constable races.
Let's let's flip over to the judges race, because I know we'd mentioned the District 22 Part 4, which is the 3-person race. Caleb Bayless, Stacy O'Neill, Sammy Patterson. Caleb Bayless, this is again just the Lawrence County portion of this. He has 55% of the vote. You would have to think for Stacy O'Neill to have won that seat, she was going to have to carry Lawrence County big. Caleb Bayless is going to do pretty well in Murray County, you would believe, based on where he works in the district currently under Brent Cooper. You would think that's going to be a stronghold for him. Ben, do you have those numbers?
Caleb, amongst the 22nd Judicial, Caleb is 63.5%.
Okay.
Stacy is 23. Patterson is 13.
Okay, so 63. So he increased his lead. When you combine the numbers we have from the other district, Chris Sockwell in Lawrence County, 85%, which is just an unbelievable number. What do you have for that race in the district? Chris Sockwell, I mean, we've called the race, and I think we can call it for Caleb Bayless as well.
Sox is 76 to Brooks 23.
So 76-23 when you combine everything. That's a big number. Of course, Lawrence County is Chris Sockwell's home county, so he was obviously going to get a bigger portion of that. But again, he was strong and elsewhere. Those constable races that you had mentioned, the Southern District is final by our numbers. Again, unofficial numbers, but this is what we have from the Election Commission. Randy Tucker, Tony Lancaster, Blake Barnett are going to represent the Southern District. The Northern District, we still have Summertown out, so we can't call that. Nathan Self looks to be pretty safe in that. I think that's safe to say. Nathan Self is going to be there. Nathan Keaton is running in second. Again, 3 of these are going. Paul McBride in third. But McBride and Luna are pretty close. And so depending on that Summertown box, that race could change. So that we can't call that final seat just yet there in the Northern District. The Middle District Constable, Jared Menz, is up. Again, Salem is the one that's out in the city, so we can't call the Middle District, or at least we can't say it's final. Jared Menz is up pretty big in that one. We think that's going to be safe, as will Jim Cozart. But again, those are tight. Jimbo Thomason at 723, and you've got Jonathan Burnett at 663, and then you've got Mark Gandy at 615. So those are really tight. And I think the only one safe for sure is going to be Menz.
I think you're exactly right.
But past that, most all the countywide races, we have made a projection or made a call, if you will, on all those races. All of the district commissioner races have went final that were opposed. So really, guys, at this point, we are just waiting on calls from candidates.
Exactly right.
And I think we have Lawrence County's new road commissioner on the phone, Mr. Ryan Crick. Ryan, congratulations on your victory tonight, and you will serve Lawrence County for the next 4 years. What are your thoughts?
Hey, we appreciate it. We couldn't have done this without all our family and friends, Mr. Don and Joe Brown that's worked hard for us. They've all worked hard, and everybody that come out and vote, we can't say enough. I think it speaks volumes about the work we've done in the past and what we're going to do in the future. We want to say thank you to all the Lawrence County voters. We appreciate it so much.
Well, thanks for calling in tonight, and
We appreciate you, and congratulations again on your win tonight, and we look forward to seeing you out and about.
Ryan, this is Bill. I'm going to put you on the spot here just a little bit. You've been working in the road department now for a number of years. What do you see as your biggest challenge and opportunities coming up here in the next 12 months or so?
Well, it's monetarily, it's funds. You know, we're with a economy full of inflation. You know, it's about funds and us having the money to keep moving our county forward every year. You know, we have to focus on that, and we have to make the right decisions. But yet we have to be prepared for what Mother Nature brings us, you know, at all times and every day. So that's going to be our focus, and we hope we can work with our commission and our county executive, our budget director, to try to acquire a few more funds to help take that step forward.
Okay, well, good luck to you, and congratulations on a big win.
Thank y'all.
All right. We are expecting some more of the candidates to come in and have a word or two. Let's take this quick time out. We'll be back with more comments from winning candidates right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory, or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know, the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we are back at WLX in Election Central, and our new county executive, Mr. David Morgan. Congratulations, sir.
Hey, thank you, Bill. Man, this is an honor of a lifetime. I'm telling you, I don't even really know what to say tonight other than I'm so thankful for Lawrence County, thankful for my family, my wife, Stephanie, my children, all 5 of them that put up with this for the last year, and just so much to be thankful for tonight. And this opportunity is something to be cherished, and I'm excited about getting to work.
Other than picking up all the road signs, what's first on your agenda?
Well, first things first, next Friday night at Providence Hall, we're going to have a unity celebration, and we're asking everyone in the county that would like to come out, and let's just enjoy time there around the square and just unify Lawrence County. I think this election cycle, man, we need to reunify, and we need to get together and get to work and get stuff done. So I'm excited about that.
You mentioned the unification. There's an elephant in the room. That your race was not a fun race. Online, there was a lot of stuff being said, not necessarily by the candidates,
right?
But it was supporters on both sides, and that happens. But this was very heated at times.
Most definitely. Yeah.
How, as we sit here and look at the numbers, now there's still 2 boxes out, but as it stands, there's 41% of the county that didn't vote for you. How are you going to reach out to that segment?
Well, I'm gonna take some notes from my predecessor for sure. TR won 54, I think, to 42 against J-Mac, and it was a little closer margin for him. And so, you just have to be humble. You just have to be able to work across the aisle with people, and you can't let things or rumors or things that have happened stop the progress of Lawrence County. So it's really not about me at the end of the day. It's about the county, and we're all Lawrence Countyans, every single one of us. I commend Miss Lerner. I'll tell you, I didn't imagine that a campaign would be this much work. TR told me it's 5 times the work of the job, really, in some ways, because of just the daily hustle of a campaign. And I'll commend Mara tonight. I've known Mara a long time, and probably as long as anybody else in this county. I've known her, and she worked her tail off, and her team worked hard, and she raised the bar, and I had to try to keep up with her, and that's not an easy task. You can just ask Mark and the kids that. It's not easy to do. So I commend you, Mara, and I'm thankful for how you led yourself in this race, and let's just move on together, forward together, as her slogan was. I think that's not something I want to prevent. Let's get something done, and let's work across the aisle.
And while you're standing here, we did get all the boxes, and I'm sure you may already know these numbers, but you ended up with 5,574 votes to Mara Lerner's 3,872. That is 59% to 40%. It is kind of the number that I heard. You asked kind of the feelers of what people feel like, and that is kind of where a lot of people felt like this race would go ultimately. But as this race got closer to Election Day, you both, all you had to do is drive through town, and you saw both parties.
Yeah.
They were standing on a street corner somewhere in the rain, in the 110-degree heat. Everybody was out working hard on this race. So at the end of the day, you both really wanted the job and both really worked hard for it. So you were both to be commended for how that went down. Because if you, and I said this to somebody that said, "Who do you think's going to win?" I said, "It doesn't matter to me." I said, because honest truth, the way they both worked, I think that if they do half that in the job, they're going to be good for Lawrence County.
Right, and I think that's a great perspective, Cam. And like I said, I commend my opponent. She worked hard, and her whole family did, and all of us did. My wife's probably been out there on the street more than me. I was at some breakfast meetings and different meetings and couldn't be there the whole time with her. But I'll just say this too. My campaign team in the beginning, and this is how I've always dealt with leadership in my life, I realized I can't accomplish anything without a team of people around me, and I don't think that's a sign of weakness. I think it's a sign of honesty and saying, you know what, there's other people that have gifts and talents and abilities. If I surround myself with those kind of people, we can accomplish more together than I could ever do on my own. And I've learned that from 20 years of marriage with my wife. If I had not been blessed with her 20 years ago, none of this would have happened. So Stephanie has been right there with me all along the way, and she's pushed me really hard in this and helped encourage me, and I'm thankful for her and my whole team tonight, man. I just want to give them guys a shout out. Everybody on my team has done an incredible job, and they're still working right now, and they're going to prepare for next Friday night, and I want to invite everybody to come. Everyone that was in this race, Miss Lerner, I'm going to invite her and her crew to come as well. And I just want us to have a unification night where we say, you know what, let's let bygones be bygones, and let's move forward, and let's see what's what's ahead for us as Lawrence Countyans.
Okay, well said, and again, congratulations. Good luck the next 4
Thank you,
years.
Bill.
It
Appreciate
looks like you're going to have a good commission to work with, and
yes, sir.
That's going to be it.
Amen.
Folks, our new county executive, Brother David Morgan, will be back right after this.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story and Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story and Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story and Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
All right, it's been a long night, and we've got all of the boxes in. And Ben Luna, you've got someone here.
Yes, we do. We have Tanya Roper holding on the phone. Tanya, it was a well-fought race. Yours was one of the biggest races, and you've served this county for a number of years. What are your words to those who voted for you, and what is your intention going forward?
Well, I want to thank everyone who voted for me. I want to thank my family and friends for all their hard work. I want to wish Russ the best of luck and congratulate him. And I think we had a really clean race, which means a lot. So on board, I don't know right now, but the good Lord has plans for us all, so we'll just see what happens.
Tanya Roper, thank you so much for calling in. Best wishes to you going forward.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, my dear. All right, gentlemen, from the phone center, that is Tanya Roper, candidate for Lawrence County Clerk, with her concession speech to Clerk-elect Russ Brewer.
Okay. Well, I think we have some additional candidates that will be coming in here in just a bit, and we'll certainly be ready to talk to them. While we are getting that set up, I'll go through once again. Now, these numbers I'm going to call them final. These are all of the numbers that are in, and again, these are not official until the Election Commission says so. But these are all of the numbers. We have now keyed everything in that we are expecting to come in. So these are our final numbers subject to election certification. In the county executive race, David Morgan with 5574, Mara Lerner with 3872, a 59% for David Morgan, and he is our county executive for the next 4 years. For General Sessions Judge, Mike Harris with 6,603 votes, 74% of the vote. Amy Chisler with 2317, 26%. In the sheriff's race, John Myers, the incumbent, 6157 to Gary Mills, 2120. Rick Osborne with 1409. And my screen updated here. In the county clerk race, Russ Brewer, 4516, 47% of the vote. Tanya Roper with 2229. Beverly McDowell with 1979, and Nick Moore with 933. In the Register of Deeds race, Tara Dickey with 59% of the vote, 5659. Jim Looney with 3939. And road superintendent race, Ryan Crick, 6480 to Neely Luna, 3228. In the county trustee race, 7,267 complimentary votes for Kylie Weathers, and for circuit clerk, court clerk, Tommy Lee Kidd running unopposed, 8,242 votes complimentary for him. We have with us the other candidate for county executive, Miss Mara Lerner, and well, it was a hard race.
Oh, yes, it was. Thank you so much for having me.
That's great.
Yes.
What's on your mind?
Well, I just want to thank everyone, just everybody for showing up and showing out. This has been one of the best experiences of my life. And so I'm just so thankful. I thank God just for seeing me through all this, and for my family, my friends, all my supporters. This has just been quite the ride. And so I wish my opponent the best of luck, and I just pray that Lawrence County will move forward. I'm super excited, and you won't hear, I will be here still. So I will continue to serve this county. I love this county deeply, and this is not the last for me. So,
of course, you've been here for a number of years. You have a business here.
Yes, sir.
I've worked with you on several boards, and,
yes,
you certainly have the community spirit. So we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming by.
I just appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Very good. It's Mara Lerner, folks.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So it is all over but the end, and we are checking to see if we have anyone else coming in. The county commission races all are decided now. In fact, all of the votes are in, and it's been a long night. It's been an interesting night, and our congratulations to all of our candidates for this evening. Let's take this quick timeout.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Renright Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Renright is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Renright Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And we are back at Lawrence County's Election Central. This is WLX, and we have our new county clerk, or circuit court clerk. Sorry about that.
Circuit court clerk.
Circuit court clerk.
Right, Bill.
Tommy Lee, that was the toughest race we had to call all night. I think we went all of 2 minutes before we called your race. What's on your mind, my friend?
Hey, brother, I just want to say, first of all, thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Hey, it's all about working together. Jesus gave us the example of how to work together, and I'm so excited to be able to have the opportunity to serve the citizens of Lawrence County, and got the best campaign manager in the world with me right here, and I'm actually going to let her say something, and this is I kind of get a little nervous sometimes because I have no skeletons in my closet because Abigail's already told them all. So, what do you want to say, Abigail? Say thank you to everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
There you go. Well said.
But we want to. Debbie Riddle has done a great job over the years, Bill, that she has been circuit court clerk, and with the experience with the computer company that I work with, working in the court system, we're already working with Debbie to make a smooth transition. And we're just so excited to serve the citizens of Lawrence County, and that's what Lisa, Abigail, and I are passionate about. Lisa is a big part of this, so I want to thank my wife as well. We've been running like we're 25 points behind. We've been meeting everybody, and so we've just had a wonderful time, and we look forward to taking office and serving the citizens of Lawrence County.
Well, Tommy Lee, you don't have as many out there as a lot of folks do, but when are you going to pick up your road sign?
Hey, we are going to start the process in the morning. We're going to get those up tomorrow. We won't have any signs by tomorrow evening. I know everybody's tired of seeing signs, so we're going to start that early in the morning and get our signs up, aren't we, Abigail?
Yep.
Well, I'm picking on you, but what I'm also doing is sending a message to all of the candidates.
Amen.
Okay, guys. We've seen the signs. Thank you very much. Now go get them.
There you go. Go get your signs.
Go get your signs.
We'll be getting our signs and putting up some Bulls and Barrels signs as well. So.
That's right. Bulls and Barrels. That's coming up into this month. Isn't it?
August 27th. We got a wonderful show coming up. The Bulls and Barrels. It's all for Abigail's plan. 100% of the proceeds go to totally to building a disability accessible playground here in the county. And so we are just so excited. Come out August 27th. Put it on your list. The 8th annual Abigail's Plan.
Boom! Boom!
There you go.
There you go. Tommy Lee Kidd, our next circuit court clerk for the next 4 years. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story and Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story and Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but you know the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free. Free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story and Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Stryker Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Stryker Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Stryker Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Renright Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Renright is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Renright Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Welcome back to election coverage here at WLX, and sheriff's race, which we called just a while ago. John Myers with 64% of the vote, 61-57 to approximately 3,500 votes between his two challengers. And we've got the sheriff on the phone. Ben Luna, go take it away.
All right, Bill, thank you so much. Lawrence County Sheriff John Myers reelected to his second term. Sheriff Myers, Lawrence Countyans have a lot of faith in you, and I think with the vote in your favor tonight at the majority that it has been, a lot say that you're doing a good job. What's your words for them?
Well, Ben, I think it's a great night for us in Lawrence County. I think the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we worked hard. We've been working hard for 10 months, you know, and we put a lot of effort in this campaign, and it all paid off tonight. I was really pleased with the way the numbers went. You know, we felt like we was probably going to be pretty close to what we were, but you never know, you know. But it was a good night.
Let's talk about some of the efforts over 4 years. You started out with a strong commitment to combating drugs, and I think that never really left the table, but I think that was also a standpoint during the campaign this year, people talking about drugs in Lawrence County. Kind of talk on that, and what do you project over the next 4 years in terms of your efforts there?
Well, you know, that was a priority in 2018, and it's still going to be a priority this 4 years. We're in a time right now in this country to where we're all in the same boat with this stuff. And but I mean, you can count on the Lawrence County Sheriff's Department to do what we're supposed to do. I mean, the people elected us to do a job, and that's part of it.
and we're going to continue the same efforts that we have since we took office, and it's going to stay at the top of the list for sure.
Sheriff, your closest challenger was Gary Mills, who pulled in 21% of the vote. To your challengers, both Officer Mills and Mr. Osborne, what are your words to them? And to those who supported them, what's your way forward?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I knew I would have liked to got every vote out there, but it's just not possible. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's business as usual. We're still going to do what we're supposed to do. I mean, it doesn't matter who you vote for in this county. I mean, with the job that I have, we're going to treat everybody equally, and that's still, we're not going to stray from that for sure.
Lawrence County Sheriff John Myers reelected to his second term. Sheriff, congratulations. Good luck as you continue forward.
Appreciate it, Ben. Appreciate all y'all's help. Y'all have a good evening.
All right. Bill Phillips, that is Sheriff John Myers on his reelection. I think we may have one more call coming in shortly. If so, we will cut away to that, but for now, it's your show.
Okay. Well, here I am, folks. What can I tell you? It's been a long night, but it's been a good night. We've had a lot of folks call in already. The races have come in, and I see one of the candidates has just stepped in. Ben, if you want to go out there and catch him. But we have seen a lot. We've done a lot. We've had things kind of picked up their trends early on. The early votes came in, and as we have seen quite frequently, the early votes set the trend for the entire night, and those trends held up. We didn't know if that was going to be the case, but indeed it was. Ben, I believe you've got another candidate.
I do. I have District 2 Commissioner-elect, Mr. Barry Luffman. Barry, it was a very well-watched race. You have had a challenger that's been in office for a long time. Chris Jackson carried a lot of support in his office, and your office was actually one of the most watched in terms of the number of votes, and the margin was very small there for a while. What are your words to those who supported you, those who didn't, and to now former Commissioner Jackson?
Yes, sir, Ben. I just thank everyone so much for their vote and their support, and it is a great honor for them to think enough of me to vote for me and elect me in a seat that I know Chris had for a long time. He did some good things in that seat, and we're all appreciative of that. And I just want everybody to know that I'm going to work as hard as I can and do everything, and I'm going to do the best I can for everyone in this district and keep up the good work.
All right, Barry, you've served Loretta as fire chief for a number of years. Been around a long time in that part of the county. What are some of the projectives that you want to look at as you continue on in your newfound commission seat?
Yes, I've served as fire chief down here for 13 years, and I mean I do have a record there with public services and stuff, and it's that's a dear place to me, so I want to really help anything that I can do there.
Radio, you ever been on
and just I'm new at this, and I'll have to learn as I go, and I'm willing to do that and make good decisions and do good things for this area.
All right, Barry Luffman, Commissioner-elect. Congratulations, sir. We appreciate you calling in.
Hey, thank you, sir. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank y'all for y'all's time and what y'all do for us.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you.
See you.
Well, Ben, I've got our next General Sessions judge with me here, and if I could get a microphone, we'll hear from him. Mr. Mike Harris, congratulations. You had a big win this evening, 74% of the vote, and congratulations on a great run.
Thank you, Bill. It's been a good run. I've enjoyed myself. There were times you get a little bit tired since you start in February and go forward, but no, it's been wonderful. The people of Lawrence County have really been wonderful. The breakfasts, the fish fries, the hamburger steak suppers, all of that stuff, and I'm trying to remember to look right at that camera. But people told me I have a face for radio, Bill. That's the thing.
Well, I absolutely have a face for radio, and everybody is finding that out tonight.
Yeah, but anyway, no, it has been a wonderful time. The people of Lawrence County have been wonderful to be around and to work with. My supporters have all been that way. And I want to give a shout out to Amy Chisler. Ran a hard race, she's to be congratulated on doing the way that she did, and much kudos to her for her race too. But seriously, I'm really looking forward to this next 8 years. I'm looking forward to getting on the bench. There's a lot of things that I want to try to accomplish over this next 4 years or 8 years. It's going to take a lot of work, but I think we've got a great staff down there. I've been doing this for 25 years now. I pretty much know how things work in General Sessions Court, and I would really like to, I won't say improve on, but to take it forward, build on what Judge McGuire, and shout out to Judge McGuire too. I really want to build on what she's done and take it forward and take it to the next steps. There's a lot of great things that we can accomplish over this time that I'm looking forward to looking into. Several things we're already looking into. Hopefully the possibility of, we have a recovery court, some people call it drug court, in circuit court, but it's just for folks who have been convicted of felonies. We want to try to start something in General Sessions Court. There's some grants available. There's some things that we can do to try and get that instituted to keep folks who have misdemeanor drug charges from stepping up or getting up to that next step and going into the felony convictions. There's a program that I've been approached for juvenile court called Safe Baby Court that I want to look into. It's already been implemented in several counties. Just got implemented in Sumner County. It's been in Rutherford County for a while, and Murray County has just started it up. And it's a program that's going to be available that basically zeroes in on infants to 2-year-olds. So we're really looking forward to getting in there and working with that as well. And again, thank you. Thank you to the voters of Lawrence County. Thank you for those who have supported me. A big, big, big thank you to Alana Harris and all my kids who have, my wife, she was my campaign treasurer, but I might as well just say she was my campaign manager, my best friend. She kept me going and pushed me when I needed to be pushed and calmed me down when I needed to be calmed down. And I think I kind of did the same way with her a couple of times, Bill. And Boomer and Nick and Katie have all worked really hard. Nick, of course, not here, but he worked behind the scenes. And it's just been a fantastic. My in-laws, my kids. Hi to all my grandkids, all 7 grandkids. I won't try to name them because I'll get one of those names wrong, I'm sure. I'm getting kind of tired. My voice is about to leave me.
Okay. Well, our general session judge for the next 8 years at least, and good luck to you. Congratulations on a race well run.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this.
Hello, folks. We're here at Story & Lee, and I'm Roy Story. I'm going to introduce you to the type grills we are carrying this year at Story & Lee. We are carrying Broad King, which is built in North America. Great grills. They make the gas grills and they make the pellet grills. This gas grill has the lights on it, the rotisserie, the infrared burner, which is for searing your meat really fast. Then we go down to the pellet grill, which is great. You can grill, you can bake, you can smoke, you can do about anything you want to on it. You cut it on, you put your pellets in the hopper here, then you have hickory or you can have apple, you can have a mixture. You put your meat on there, close it down, walk away. You might be familiar with the Holland. It cooks a lot like the Holland used to cook, but the Holland went out of business. So this is your replacement for the Holland. Then you have the Green Egg Grill, which cooks with 100% charcoal, which is wood, and it's great. You can smoke, you can sear fast. A lot of people have these. All these grills have great warranties, great guarantees. For you people watching tonight, we're going to do free charcoal, free cover, free assembly, and free delivery. So come see us at Story & Lee. Have a good night.
Are you craving some fresh steak? Striker's Steakhouse has a great selection of fresh steak, chicken, and more. Catering options are also available for events such as weddings, holiday parties, and corporate events. We are ready to serve your large group with exceptional food in our party room too. Stop in at Striker's Steakhouse for the best steak in Middle Tennessee at 321 Cruz Street, or give us a call at 931-244-7457 to ask about catering options or party reservations. That's Striker's Steakhouse in Lawrenceburg.
Introducing Cloud9 Fiber to Lawrenceburg. We take great pride in being the only locally owned and operated internet company within Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. We're now offering up to gigabit services with plans starting at $50 per month. Surf the internet with blazing fast speeds and reliability, all while keeping your investment within Lawrence County. For more information, visit cloud9fiber.com to request for us to build your area next.
Inflation, a word we have heard too many times in the news lately. We know how inflation has affected us at the gas pumps and when we buy our groceries, but how does it affect our retirement accounts? I'm Stanley Wilson with Harvest Financial Services, a local retirement planner with 39 years of experience located in Lawrence County. We know inflation makes prices go up, but it also makes your money worth less. Call or text me, Stanley Wilson at Harvest Financial Services, and let's discuss a strategy to overcome inflation. For a no-cost, no-obligation review of your financial situation, call me, Stanley Wilson, at 931-242-4495.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
All right, it has been a long night, and it's been a good night here at WLX. We've called all of the races, and I think we've spoken to everyone who is wanting to be spoken to, so we appreciate that. We appreciate our sponsors this evening. By now, if you have not got those spots memorized, shame on you, because we've given you plenty of opportunities. For Ben Luna, Kevin Wright, this is Bill Phillips, and for Cam Mashburn, good night, everyone.